You're about to head back to New Zealand for a stacked festival lineup. Yourselves, Yellowcard, Good Charlotte, Highly Suspect, Tadpole. And it's been over 10 years since Yellowcard were last here. A lot has obviously happened since then in those 10 years. So, how are you feeling heading into this run?
I'm excited. I think the the vibe for Yellow Card has just been unbelievable. We love music. We've always loved music, and we just felt an overwhelming amount of pressure and financial distress, which had led to our, calling it quits in the late teens, and the resurgence of rock and roll for us in the States and the celebration of Ocean Avenue kind of happened at the same time. But then to be asked to go and play, in Australia and New Zealand with Good Charlotte and revisit, Auckland for after so many years, like we're just so excited. So it's a great time, and we're not taking it for granted.
It's sad, I guess, and interesting to hear you say that financial stress point. But I did actually want to bring up something that I've just listened to recently. So it was your lead singer Ryan and Joel on Artist Friendly talking,
Yeah,
and that was
great
a
podcast.
beautiful, amazing podcast, a beautiful chat with the two of them. And what they were talking about was that this Down Under tour, the Australian New Zealand tour, isn't for the money. It's not, like a cash grab. It is the point was to give fans the biggest ticket that they can buy, essentially. When you're not chasing something, it's more about the celebration. What does that shift kind of mean for you on stage?
For Yellow Card, it's always been about the stage being sacred and sharing that moment because that's the last real emotional connection. We're so divided with our cell phones and our Zoom calls and all this stuff. But for 45, for 60 minutes, for 70 minutes, we can travel halfway around the world and play songs. And I understand that you have to pay for parking, or maybe someone has to do a babysitter, or they had to
Mm.
pick up an extra shift, whatever that moment is in their life, that they're like, we choose to be here to sing these songs with our friends. And so that's like the ultimate wave. We're chasing that moment. And so it's worth it for the 45-hour travel day to come down and play those shows in New Zealand. And it's hard finding a balance between business and art, and this is just one of those fun times where we can just say, "Hey, we're not gonna lose money. We're gonna be okay, but we
Mm.
get to just go and have fun." And so there's rare times in your life you get to do that, and we're just packing our bags right now. We're ready to go.